All right, everyone, this is the weekly reading. So this is for the week of January 25th through February 1st. So we have a big week. This is definitely for you, those of you watching this, I just feel like this is a really important reading. This is a really important week in 2026. We are hitting one of our big astrological movements this week, which is we finally have Neptune moving into Aries, moving out of Pisces into Aries. So I've talked about this a lot, but Neptune has been in Pisces since, I think, usually Neptune is in Aries for 14 years. So if we go back, I'm trying to my mind with math today. So 2026. Yeah, it was 2011. So this is a big one. Neptune is right. It's a planet that's farthest out, so it stays in a sign longer. So we have a big shift of energy with this. And Neptune will be in Aries the next 14 years. So this represents, so we have Neptune, which represents like our dreams, our fantasies, our unconscious. And then we have Aries, which is very bold, action-oriented energy, pragmatic energy. So this is going to have themes of this combo of reformation, uprisings, which we're kind of seeing already, advancements in society, and really that combination of getting clarity about what we're spiritually aligning with and what we're actually going to do with it now. So we've been in a period of a lot of spiritual confusion with Neptune and Pisces, where it's been a lot of lack of action because it's been a time of really diving into the depths and like really understanding the self and like what is it that we really want. And there was a lot of confusion and a lot of distortion. So there wasn't a lot of, it's kind of like swimming in this like, or like being stuck in this fog. But there's also definitely a reason for that. But now the clarity is going to come. So hallelujah, right? Like we're coming out of a period of a lot of confusion, a lot of stagnancy, a lot of like, I don't know. What is it do I really want? So we're going to finally see the energy supporting things moving forward, a lot of action. People are going to really come out of the woodwork and be in the forefront and really standing up for their beliefs, their ideas, aligning with the self, their truth. And we're already starting to see that. So this is about how do we make our dreams a reality? That's really the question of Pisces and Aries. And then that fiery Aries, the fire sign of Aries, is about, okay, now we know how we want to pragmatically take action on that, or how we want to put outward action into the world that's in alignment with our dreams, that's in alignment with what our soul wants. And we're going to finally be going for it. People are going for it and they're not holding back. So this is a time for very practical action. It's about really identifying like people's personal identities. This is really about getting clear on who am I? What's my truth? Being authentic. And people are going to be, really, it's going to be a forefront theme of people getting more authentic and doing things their own way and going off the path instead of, right, this whole period of shared identities and social identities and just doing what, society tells me, doing what the external world tells me. This is around finally getting true with the self and actually doing things your way and what aligns with your soul. So this is exciting. At least I think it is. And then then I wanted to, the only second thing I wanted to hit is because we do have a full moon on February 1st, which is Sunday. So it's the last day of this week in regards to what I'm reading. So that is a full moon in Leo. And the themes for that full moon are going to be also about authenticity, self-expression, really putting yourself out there, being visible, like wanting people to see you, see what you have to offer, see what you do, not holding back. This is also about removing the mask that we've created for ourselves to like create an image to, you know, go along to get along, the masks we've created at work to kind of like seem a certain way, but it's not who we really are. Same thing. And this is going to be especially true for relationships. And we are going to be, again, really authentic in expressing our authenticity. And also that like huge supportive energy of Neptune moving into Aries. Like this is going to be a week. As you navigate the week, you're going to feel it, but you're also going to be seeing it a lot about people finally standing up for things that maybe people didn't as much before. Maybe even in your relationships, people are finally going to feel compelled to actually say, no, this is what I really want. Are we in alignment? Calling out, you know, incompatibilities. People aren't going to be as afraid anymore. They're going to get that supportive energy to communicate, to stand up, speak their truth, and say what they really want. All right. So let's dive in. I have really been loving my Animal Allies Bird Oracle. So I am currently doing the February readings for all the zodiac signs. So those will come out. I'm going to start posting those this week. So look out for those. Also, I have, you know, I just posted a new avian channeled message. This one's a shorter one, which I think, you know, is good. I mean, obviously I go with, you know, you can't tell the avians what to do. They know what's best. So the first two channel messages were pretty long, but there was a reason for that. And then this one is a shorter one. It just kind of, they go into more around who they are, what the avians represent, what they've done for us in the past, and what really is their, I guess, role in this kind of new earth reality we're shifting in, and that like the breaking off of reality, earth realities that's happening and why they're coming in now. So that's very interesting. They also tap into kind of talking about the different energy portals on the planet. But if you haven't watched the message, the technique around aligning with your higher path, I talk about that more in each of the zodiac sign readings, but I would definitely highly recommend that, especially right now. Like we need to really vibrationally get into focus, and especially with these energies, really focus on the alignment with the path, the timeline we really want to go forward on, and not just be at the whim of everyone else's energies, the external world, the chaos and conflict going on. That's going to take us down different realities. Okay, so let's see. What's the bird for the week? The Eureka. And I haven't pulled this one yet. So this is, again, way new energies, a new bird. Makes sense. So I'm going to read the Eureka. All right. So the wisdom of the Eureka: a fresh outlook, humor, and charm are welcome almost everywhere and draw attention in positive ways. When this bird appears, get creative with communication. Speak up and out. Join forces with others who share the same values. Right on theme with authenticity here. You belong. Everywhere you find yourself is right where you are meant to be. If you long for closer community, you have the skills and resources to build it yourself. What do you want your corner of the world to look like? Go make it real. Yes, this is about you have the power. And good time to use that visualization technique from the avians to, again, focus on what you want your life to look like now, right? If you want community, if you want more deep connections, what do you want those to look like? You can create it. And then I'm going to pull some of the Time Travels Oracle and then a couple of the Moonology just to kind of see what this full moon energy is going to be like. We got exuberance. Interesting. This kind of aligns with that Eureka of just like get out there, have fun, get excited. And chaos. Interesting. Yes. So this isn't about being in denial, but it's like there's chaos going on, but the chaos is happening to kind of, right? Like the volcano needs to erupt to relieve some sort of energy that I think represents the collective right now, the world. And it's like we've been repressing. There's a lot of repression of energy, a repression of the self, of freedom and authenticity. And that's really what's opening up, which is going to create some chaos, because when we have people finally say, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to align with these ideas. I'm not going to align with actions or inaction because this is what I'm told I have to do. This is about me finally, like, it's like the self finally opening up. This is the self and people aligning with their truth. And this exuberance, it's like being exuberant about life too. I'm getting like this, it's time for us to get excited about life again. And it's going to create this when it's like the only way to create excitement about life is to do things that align with you. Living the life that aligns with you, not a life that aligns with, again, what your family told you, what your cultures and your societies told you, following rules of repression and religion, of control, and there's all these rules I need to follow, and oh, these are the types of relationships I have to have, and this is the types of jobs I have to do, and I can't be this way because people might not approve. All of that we are completely transforming ourselves here. And we're getting excited about life again. And I love it. And that's going to start hitting this week. Even through the chaos. And then for this full moon, let's look at the foundational energies of this Leo full moon. We have nothing is yet set in stone. So there is multiple timelines right now that are available that we can create outcomes, or we can go and create kind of how things are going to unfold. And this is our time to take advantage. So I think this is a really imperative week that we focus on our vibration and do any sort of techniques that again, excite you, that you're drawn to, that you're passionate about, that you can do things to help you align with what your heart's really calling for. Maybe it's around the relationship you really want, the amount of money you want to create, what kind of abundance you want to bring in your life. Emotions are running high, so yes, definitely that is going to be meditate and contemplate. Yeah, it's that contemplation of, we've been going through that. We've been going through the contemplation, especially with Neptune and Pisces, but like the last couple months have really been about looking inward. What do we really want? What are our true dreams? What do we want to feel? What do we want to experience? And really sitting with that. And we need to continue that, because this is what's going to help kind of, again, in every now moment, take us on the right path, down the right timeline. Okay, and I totally forgot to pick out a tarot deck, so we're going to do that now. Let me just shuffle this quick. right. Let's get more detail around this week. We have the Eight of Wands. So there is movement happening. There is action that's moving you in some sort of direction here. It is being kind of fueled by your heart, your emotions here. You're using, she's holding this cup, which is her emotions, her desires. And she's going forward, and that's kind of her lead here. And this is what's also going to propel movement to happen faster, for things to come in faster. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Or sorry, not ace. That's not wands. Swords. So this is where the clarity, like we're getting so much clarity this week with Neptune moving into Aries. It's total clarity about where we're headed now. And you have the Magician here. Love it. The Lovers. And the Three of Pentacles. So this is applying, God, what was I trying to, this is, to me, practical action, which I talked about. This is about finally making a decision. There's some decisions. The heart of the reading is the Lovers. So this could also, for a lot of you, really be a focus on relationship, but it can also just generally, the Lovers can be about making a decision, a big decision, really about a new direction in your life. And now you're getting clarity, and you're practically applying yourself and putting yourself out there as well. Because the Three of Pentacles can be about like actually putting yourself out there, putting your work out there, communicating, and things that really are you, and not being afraid to do that, right? This can be about communication here. And then the Magician, like you're just feeling a lot of power. People are going to be feeling a lot of power, self-empowerment, and that solar plexus activation I'm getting too. It's because I just did the Libra reading, but Libra has had a theme around the solar plex chakra. They had the Oracle card. So I do feel like this is like activating self-power in everybody, with Neptune moving into Aries as well. And then you have Leo, which Leo is a lot about self-expression, self-empowerment as well, putting yourself out there, being visible. So I think there's a huge combo here. Five of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Star. Wow, we look at the outcome. We end on this huge note of the Star. So this is the Neptune, our dreams, our desires. What is our wish? And we're finally moving in that direction, and it's happening. We're also getting a lot of truth and clarity around our dreams, our desires, and finally applying ourselves and understanding how we need to do that now. Where before, we maybe didn't necessarily know what that was. How do we move in the world? And this isn't necessarily another shift that this huge awakening I had is about. It isn't about always moving towards some sort of result and being result oriented. That's another program that keeps us stuck in a loop. It's really about all we have. I keep pressing this. All we have is this now moment. So if all you have is this now moment, are you going to focus on applying energy and time and stressing yourself out and working your ass off for a goal or result that doesn't exist, and that if you only have this moment, that's never going to happen anyway? So how are you going to live and express yourself in life, and what is going to be your outward action in this now moment? And that's the shift. And this is about shifting our ideas. The Page of Wands is is finding this new way of getting this new, like, inspiration coming in. This is like the flame, the little flame starting within us. That's like, oh, I didn't think about that before. Oh, I have this idea, right? Like a new idea, or, oh, I'm feeling inspired to do this right now, or I'm feeling inspired to go here. Or just, the smallest little, like, lights of passion or inspiration come in. And what's interesting on this card, you have the 2 cardinals. And cardinals and birds in general are messengers. So there is information coming in for you intuitively, through guides, through external information. It could even be this video that's helping you to gain some new clarity, new perspective that, like, opens up a whole new world for you. And you have the power to overcome the old ways of thinking. And this can also be an external collective consciousness about control, about there's not enough, there's that we need to fight for ourselves, that there's other people taking the resources, taking the things that we need to have. It's about realizing that everyone, every single person in this reality, this universe is a very abundant universe and can supply everything you need, or they need, or the person that lives over in that other country, or the person on the street corner, or your mother or your father or your best friend, or the coworker that sits behind you. Like, everybody is deserving. To the universe, everyone is deserving, everyone is worthy, no matter what they did in the past. It's all about how you show up today. And there is enough for everybody, because we are the powerhouse to align with and just bring in these resources. It's like it is being the magician. It's pulling the rabbit out of the hat. Where there was nothing, all of a sudden, where there was nothing physical, all of a sudden it's there. So this is the mentality that we've been stuck in for a long time, is there's not enough, there's not enough. There's other people taking the jobs or the money or the time or the resources, or they're not worthy of, or, they're not deserving of, they don't legally, whatever it is. And we need to control. We need to control the resources. We are better than everyone else. And we're going to take all of it. And in the background, you see here, we're taking from everybody else. And that's the mentality that we're starting to realize this and get a lot of clarity around these belief systems. We're breaking through these programs, the matrix that has really kept us stuck in a very low vibration. And now we're ascending here. We are alchemizing, because the star here is about alchemy. We're alchemizing the frequencies. And it's about creating something out of nothing. Aha. Wow. Big, eye-opening, soul-connecting week for everybody. So I'm going to leave you on that high note. Thank you all for joining in. Don't forget to watch for the February monthly readings. This will just help add on to this and give you more detail that focuses in on your specific zodiac sign. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising and Venus signs to get kind of a holistic view. And also don't forget the avian channeled messages as well. So thanks all. I'll see you in the next reading.